Welcome to Mitten Music. We visited the Oddfellow Concert Lounge in Wyandotte, Michigan, and we had an opportunity to chat with Lori from Lori and the Darlings, a folk rock band out of Detroit, Michigan. All right, we've got Lori from Lori and the Darlings. Thanks for joining us. You're going to be playing here tonight at the Oddfellow Concert Lounge.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about how this started, Lori and the Darlings, like the origin of this.
We're
and where you found your darlings.
We assuming you would know this
Yes,
story.
I
We're
do.
we're making the assumption.
The origin starts about 4 years ago. It was during COVID, so maybe a little bit like the end of COVID, and the town I lived in was still shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been doing anything music-wise, my original music, for a couple of years, almost a decade actually. And that aside, I decided to try online dating because I was bored, and it was, and nothing was going on in COVID times, so.
Right.
For the first time ever. And I matched with this guy, and he drove like 3 hours up north. And when he got there, it was in February, and I was like, I was only thinking there's nothing open. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
like
so
you probably weren't thinking you'd meet anybody that would drive for.
Really, yeah. So I felt really bad. We went to this little chocolatier place, and we got some chocolates, and we sat in his car and just talked for like 4 hours, and it was like a really good connection. And the next day, and this doesn't happen often, but once in a while, a song just flies out of my brain. And this song, Covered Blueberries, just came out of my head. And I was like, so I got all excited. And that never went anywhere. But I called my friend Jay, who had a recording studio. And I said, I really like this song, and I just want to get it down because I have all these songs. Okay. I just want to get it down. And when he heard it, he was really adamant that we start a band. So then we called up my friend Eric, who's a drummer, and that's how it got started. Just this one song I want to record to remember.
Interesting.
Wow.
It kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah. It's very interesting that one song sparks this thing, and that, and like you said, you didn't even really go anywhere with that song in the end, right?
No. We're friends now. But as far as that goes, but the song, he really, really thought it was a good song. And I've been writing my whole life. So I have like boxes of songs under my bed, not really under my bed, but you know what I mean? Right. Tons of songs. And, so when he said that, I was like, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to like have my own original band and start getting these songs out before they just, keep collecting dust.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes me sad to think about. So yeah,
awesome.
I was like, let's do it.
So backtrack further. So when did you start getting interested in music? How old were you, and what was it? What were you doing?
My dad was a musician, musician. He even sold a couple songs in Nashville. And I spent every evening, this was in the 80s, watching my dad make singles on his little, was it 4-track?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he saved up for, went to Radio Shack and bought a 4-track, and he was like, this is so cool. I can bounce and I can make all these tracks. And I don't know what he's talking about, but I would watch him write all these songs and put them on singles and mail them in mail envelopes to record labels.
Oh, that's awesome.
Every single night. And I would listen to him play his songs all the time. And he didn't have a band. He just wrote music and recorded it. He could play all the instruments.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then he met my stepmom later on when I was a teenager, and made me and all my siblings be in a family.
Oh, wow.
Performing.
Family band.
It's like the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
And it was the late 80s, early 90s. And back then, schools were funded thousands of dollars, government funded, to bring arts into the schools. Mm-hmm. Okay. And because they wrote educational songs about math and manners.
Yeah. Sweet.
They were funded. So me and my siblings, my brother refused. My older brother, he was like, I'm not doing that. But the rest of us, we would dress up in these costumes and go to other schools and perform. And I would perform at fairs. And then when I became a young adult, I would volunteer with my guitar at like nursing homes and schools. Okay. Though my kids got older, I had my first original band. It was called Hide from Cleo, and we played from New York to California.
Wow!
I think that was like a 3 or 4 year thing. You know how musicians are, so that fizzled, and then now I'm here.
Wow!
Yeah.
That's
my whole life.
So, but you had this hiatus for like a decade, you're saying, or you didn't really play.
Raising my kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah, your focus was on your family.
Yeah, and I was in a cover band, but that's that's not the same. You know, you learn the song somebody else wrote and you go play on a Saturday night and then you go back to your life. But this is way different when you're writing the music and promoting yourself and trying to find the venues that want to play you in the first place. 'Cause
Mhm.
that's hard to find, you know, depending on your.
Well, I was gonna. So you bring up a good point. Like cover band, it's fine. You make some money, you get to play. People, you know, are gonna enjoy the music. But how do you feel differently on stage when you're playing your own music versus someone else's song?
So different.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In my cover band, we you know play all the songs people want to hear
Mm-hmm.
at a bar that wants to hear the songs you're playing, and you're getting paid crazy amounts of money. They do. They get cover bands get really good money, and then like for a wedding, forget about it. Like that's $1,200 to $1,800 sometimes for a 4-piece band, and that's probably like that's like 10 years ago. Price.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
cover bands, like you're playing the songs you already know people love, and you love them too, so they're fun. You know what you're doing because you know you're doing it right because it sounds just like that song.
Yeah.
But an original song, you got to sell it yourself, and they've never heard these songs.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you have a fan that's like, "Oh, I love that song," but that's very rare. You're trying to like tell the songs, you tell the stories. You're trying to like sell the songs. The only thing I can say it's you can be more confident because nobody knows if you're messing it up or if you do the wrong
That's
words.
true, right?
Because they don't know the song yet. But other than that, it's so intimidating. Like this is my heart. Don't step on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
tell
can
you, like
imagine.
it's very intimidating sometimes.
I can imagine.
But
Oof.
yeah, it's very different.
But just playing the song, your own song, is how does that feel versus playing someone else's song?
Way better.
Yeah.
Oh,
If let's just assume that it's a full room and you can tell people are loving it.
That's so great.
Like I can only imagine.
It's validation for my babies.
Yeah, right. It's your creations.
They're like besides for my children, they're my favorite thing on the planet. My songs are like my stories. And when one person says, I really love that song, that's my new favorite song. Anything that they say that just feels so good because, I created it and I hope someone likes it a little.
Right.
But even if they don't, I'm just going to keep doing it because, again, I want to make them alive. I'm so scared they're going to die with me someday and they're going to find a bunch of lyrics and they're not going to make sense to anybody. And I don't want that.
You're right. You have to get it out somehow, some way. So, yeah, I'm glad you're keeping on.
You've got all these songs that are kind of been in boxes or whatever. Are you kind of sifting through those? Do you use those for inspiration or?
Yeah, I've been writing since the 90s. So there's one song I think we're doing tonight called 16. And I wrote it when I was very early 20s about a 16-year-old rebelling against her parents. Like my most tragic experience thus far. And it wasn't even about me. It was about my friend who we were writing music at the same time together. And so that song's been a little revamped. I've matured the words so it's not so juvenile because it was, it was when I was green writing. I just pull a song out. They know my band knows a lot of the songs, so I'll be like, hey, that one song that I think we're going to put this one on the album. Because sometimes we will play songs that we haven't recorded yet. I don't like to do that. It's very nerve-wracking. I'm not saying everybody's going to go steal my songs, but I ain't going to take that chance. I love them. And so, yeah.
You got to practice them out a little bit.
Once in a while. Like we're doing a new one tonight.
Oh, good.
That will be on the next album that we're going to be doing.
Cool.
So I'm really excited about that because, you play the same songs often enough and you're like, you need something fresh.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. So you're talking about album. It sounds like you might be planning some new music next year.
Yes. We're working on a new album. I think it'll be 6 songs. Hopefully we'll be recording late summer and then it will be out before the end of the year.
Okay.
Like a winter time.
Where are you looking to record?
I like the idea of vinyl. And even though I haven't done anything vinyl yet, our first 2 albums were called Gratitude Side A, Gratitude Side B.
Yep.
And only because we were very, very new at it. Plus we had no money. So we had enough money for 6 songs.
Sure.
But I wanted to someday put it on an album together. So I think I would like to go back. And that was with the same Temper Mill in Ferndale. Love them. Love that whole studio is awesome.
Cool.
But this album we started with Andy Reid Recording Studio in Midland, Bay City, I'm sorry. And he's phenomenal. He's an amazing engineer, an amazing producer. He even put some keys and slide guitar on my last album, Main Street. So I'd like to do the second side of the vinyl if I decide to do that with him so that it's kind of congruent all the way through.
Yeah.
So I'm
Very
thinking
cool.
that's where I'm going to go.
Interesting. Yeah.
But I've got a million studios in Michigan that I want to use.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of them, because there's so many awesome people to work with in Michigan.
I'm just blown away how many recording studios there, and yet so many highly talked about. Like every time I ask a question about where you're going to record, it's like I almost hear about a new place.
Yeah. So there's not a shortage of somebody finding the right fit either.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely you're not at a limited amount. So
yeah,
for sure. So have you got these 6 songs kind of fleshed out, or you're still kind of working through them?
They're done.
Okay.
They're arranged. So what I usually do is I have a scratch track, and it's always slow because I'm kind of like a more mellow kind of person. And then I send it to all the band, and they fiddle with it by themselves. And then we get together, we just start playing it. And what usually happens is the drummer and the bass player, they're sitting back, and we're waiting for what Roger's going to do, the lead guitar player, because I swear to God, that man's gift is taking anything I write and just putting icing on the whole thing. Everything that he does to every single song is my favorite part of the song, because it's just these beautiful melodies or these little licks or these leads. So yeah, we kind of go off of what my lyrics and what he decides to do, because he's always finding those little awesome.
I can hear that, because I was thinking that between a lot of the songs, a lot of the not the acoustic style songs, but the ones with electric guitar on it, I can feel like there's just distinctness between all these songs. I'm like, man, someone's really putting some effort into this, because there is just I can hear that as I'm listening to the different ones, and even off the different EPs or album or whatever. So yeah,
I think he listens to our scratch tracks over and over while he's driving a forklift all day, and just his brain just starts creating all this stuff, because he's just,
and he gets home and he's got it all mapped out in his head already,
and it's always amazing.
Awesome.
I'm really lucky to have
That's
all
cool.
of them, but yeah, he's a gift.
Cool. Very cool.
So it sounded like you said kind of things start from the lyrics, possibly. Or is
I always write melody and lyrics together.
Okay.
It just always kind of grows like that together. I get an idea, probably melody first, but the lyrics just automatically start filling in spaces, maybe for like spaces and phonetics, or what is that called? Alliteration. I like that too. So yeah, things just kind of transform together, I guess. And then I give it to them and it gets fleshed out. But I'm the one that does the lyrics and the melody.
Okay.
Like I always bring that to the table. We tried to write together, but I don't know if you heard the sound check at all, but they all lean a lot heavier than me. a lot, especially Roger. Every sound check that we do, he'll be doing some Metallica or Pantera for his sound check. And so, yeah, I think that we could write some stuff, but we haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
Because I have so many songs to get down already.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You don't know what might come out. You might have to come up with a different band name.
I might have to have, a whole nother band on the side.
Lori and the Damlings. Yeah. I don't know.
Where have you been playing this year?
We've stuck pretty much down into the Detroit area. We played, we love Hamtramck. We played Trixie's in August. That was our last show. We only did about 5 shows this year. Like I said, we had so much going on with the graduation and moving, and so many things with the band this year. Our lead guitar player is a wrestler. He's in pro wrestling.
Wow.
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, the real, it's not fake, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's fake. So yeah, he does a lot. We just kind of chilled a little bit. And where else did we play? The New Dodge Lounge. We love that place too. We played Bolero.
Okay.
Which is the coolest little tiny room in a bowling alley, which they always do original music, and it has the greatest crowd because they're there to hear original music. I think I'm missing one place. Sorry. To the venue, I forgot. But yeah, we only played about 5 gigs this year. We kind of kept it chill.
Yeah. So the Oddfellow Concert Lounge, you're playing here today. I know you've played here before.
Yes, every year we love coming back.
And why is that?
The venue itself, I love how, just in this room, there's a bunch of art. I think it's all local. I know they're very, very supportive of not just musicians, but all kinds of local artists. And I love that. And this building is amazing. I love old buildings. And the sound is amazing. The whole crew here, the sound, the people that will serve tonight, everybody's great here. Everybody comes here to hear original music. And that's what you want is, you don't want to hear, play something we know.
Yeah.
Because we can't. We could, but we're not going to.
Yeah, right. That's not the point.
Let's play something that we're going to want to hear again by a tribute band someday along.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, it's a great place.
Great. Awesome.
Where do you guys? How often do you guys practice as a band? Does
Mm.
that hit or miss? I mean, I feel like, and there's an age thing as well. Like a band in their early 20s, they might be able to practice more because maybe they all live together. I don't know. But then I've noticed that bands that are older, that have been around for a while, you got family, the distance between band members, and some people like we get together when we can between shows a few times a year, and other people are like, we can do it once a week. We're good at doing it once a week. Where's Lori and the Darlings fall into all that?
Well, right now it's difficult because our drummer is an hour and a half away from the rest of us.
Bummer.
So practice is and because we practice at his house, its drums are all set up. It's a 3-hour drive for there and back, which
Right.
I mean that alone, is a lot of time out of the practice day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we would like to practice every other week, but I mean, gosh, it's embarrassing to say the show we got together a couple times. Our last practice was 2 weeks ago, but we hadn't practiced in a while. We hadn't had a practice, and every song was like, I don't want to jinx anything tonight, but every song was just great. We did it once, and I was like, what is going on? Like, it sounds like we practiced last night. So I think we're at a point now because they're original songs. We wrote the parts.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have to, really tight and get those endings and beginnings and maybe stops ironed out. But we will end up, studio is expensive. And when it comes to like learning the new songs, we'll definitely, we're about to have a band meeting after this, not this tonight, but before the end of the year to like get on track with what we want to accomplish and our deadlines so that, as the year goes on, we will definitely be making more time for practice because, we want those songs perfect before we lay them down.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Is there a theme with your songwriting as far as what you've written about? Or, I mean, you talk about, it was about a 16-year-old, the one song, right? Is it a wide variety of storytelling, or is it?
I wish I had a more wide variety. I have a song about my grandma. I have a song about raising kids. And then I have a song about moving down to Detroit called Main Street 54. But a lot of my songs are about broken hearts or, happy hearts. It's about love.
Yeah.
I like to write love songs. I love love songs. I love songs that are sad, that are about love. So I guess I just write about what I like to listen to.
Yeah.
And I'm really good at broken hearts. I have a lot to write about.
And she might soon be writing love metal songs.
You never know.
You never know. We don't know.
Whole new band.
That's
Lori and the Metal Hearts. I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
You're good at band names.
Dude, I know.
I already got a metal guitar player, so
yeah,
halfway
exactly.
there.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear you guys tonight. I have not seen you live yet.
We're excited to play.
It's been the band has been mentioned to us before several times, and it's Sonic Coast. We're Brian Maloney on Sonic Coast for a while, so we were playing you on that. So yeah, I feel like Lori and the Darlings is getting around.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
For sure.
You guys have been on my list to check out for some time.
I'm excited that you guys are here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Looking forward to new music next year.
Yes.
And this is your last show of the year, so we're expecting good things.
We're excited.
We're ready to bring it.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Lori. Yeah.
No, they never do. No, they never do. But sometimes I think of little things I'd like to say to you, but I never do. I never do. But baby, oh baby, I'm thinking the lady. Yeah, Lily the baby.
If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe. And also check out our website, themittenmusic.com. Sign up for future information. And also check out our social clips on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure to tune into our next episode to figure out where we're going next in Season 5.